Today we're going to be taking a closer look at Indiana Jones and the Great Circle. We will be comparing graphics and performance between the Xbox Series X and my $3,000 gaming PC. The specs are on the screen, just pause the video for a better look. If you enjoy these videos and want to support the channel, please like, comment, and subscribe. It will help a small channel like mine a lot. But anyway, I will be breaking down some frames and going over the performance between the two. So let's not wait any longer and get right into the breakdown. Alright, so let's look at the settings for the Xbox and the PC. On the Xbox Series X side, I did not find a performance mode or a fidelity mode. So if you know something I don't know, please inform me down in the comment section. I'm always reading comments because I take in a lot of info from you guys. Okay, so the Xbox Series X pretty much runs the game at a dynamic 1800p, and for all the people that think I meant to say 1080p, no. Game developers also target 1800p, which is a much lighter version of 4K, so the Xbox targets 1800p at 60 FPS. And for the gaming PC, we have a RTX 4090, so we will set the game to native 4K with DLSS set to DLAA to smooth out the rough edges. And we will also set the graphics to the recommended settings, which for a RTX 4090 is Ultra, and we will also target 60 FPS. We will also target higher FPS at 1440p, also with DLSS set to DLAA, and the graphics once again set to Ultra, and we will target 120 FPS without frame gen, and we will also target 120 plus FPS with frame gen as well. So once again, let's start with the performance. I will be covering multiple scenes for the FPS, so don't take this information and just run to the comment section. Make sure you watch the FPS test fully before you think I'm being biased, because this is real results and I'm only here to share information. Okay, so when playing Indiana Jones, it looks like some areas are more demanding than others, starting with this area here. The Xbox has no problem reaching 60 FPS and pretty much not dropping at all, but on the gaming PC side at 4K, I can barely stay at 60 FPS, but when I target 120 FPS at 1440p, I am able to stay around 60 to 70 FPS. This area is very demanding and it takes a lot out of a CPU. The RTX 4090 at 4K was only at around 50 to 60% usage, but my i9 with 10 cores was still at 90% usage. And one thing I noticed when you play a game at ultra or higher settings, these higher graphics also utilize your CPU as well. So maybe this is why I'm able to stay above 60 FPS at a lower resolution, but get lower FPS at a higher resolution. Okay, so even though this area is demanding, the 40 series GPUs do support frame gen in this title. I don't know if Indiana Jones supports FSR frame gen because I wasn't able to use it on my 30 series GPU, but maybe because it's a NVIDIA card and not an AMD card. But yeah, there is some demanding areas in this game. I got the same FPS on my Ryzen 5 3600 in this same area, and it's a shame that my i9 really doesn't do any better. But anyway, with frame gen in this demanding area, I am able to get well above 100 FPS if I turn on frame gen, of course. Okay, so now we are no longer in that demanding area and our CPU usage has went back down into the 40s and the GPU usage shoots up and we are able to get higher FPS without frame gen. The Xbox pretty much still gets 60 FPS without any major drops, and this time the PC is able to match the Xbox at 4K Ultra with a locked 60 FPS. Also keep in mind this PC can go higher than 60 FPS with these same settings, but I locked it at 4K 60 for several reasons. But if I was to unlock the FPS, this PC goes around 80 FPS in this area if I do remember correctly. And to the far right, we can see the PC is getting a locked 120 FPS at 1440p without any major drops as well. And right here, I just wanted to show this PC can go well above 60 FPS. and well above 120 FPS as well. This is the FPS for 1440p Ultra if we don't lock the FPS at 120 for this video. This is no frame gen as well. Okay, so let's take a little time out to actually see how the graphics look. I will tell you guys what I noticed about the graphics, then I will go through a couple of frames and point out some of the things I noticed as well. Also, for a disclaimer, you will need to watch this video in 4K on a 4K monitor or TV to get a better representation of what this game actually looks like. A lot of you guys don't seem to understand how important of a job resolution plays in overall graphics. So of course the graphics is a lot better on the RTX 4090 over Xbox Series X, and I'm pretty sure no YouTube video could really give a RTX 4090 justice. But Indiana Jones is a title where the RTX 4090 does shine as far as graphics and performance. Well anyway, let's just look at the graphics. So let's start with this frame. As you can see, the PC has a higher resolution with a lot more detail on the face on the PC. Okay, so for this frame, it's not so much about the resolution, but more about the colors, the dark shadows, and how on the gaming PC you actually feel like you're in the woods. Much more realistic graphics on the PC. Okay, so for this frame, there's a pretty drastic difference in detail. The character on the Xbox looks a lot more blurry. The resolution looks a lot much higher on the gaming PC. For this frame, you can see once again more detail on the PC when you look at the character's skin. Even the tone of his skin, the shadows on his face, even the eyes look a lot better and realistic.
Stop. Stay out of the light.
All right, pal. You can't sleep here.
Cosa ci fai qui?
I'm just a
Chissà,
tool.
che cosa ci fai qui?
I'm just a...
Madonna! Per il duce e l'Italia!
Professor to you.
So for the conclusion, in my last video I was basically saying the next gen consoles are very impressive, and the fact that the Xbox can get a locked 60 FPS in an area that my $3,000 gaming PC struggles in is absolutely amazing for the Xbox. Overall, the graphics is good on the Xbox. 60 FPS with ray tracing is really good for the Xbox as well, so I give the Xbox 2 thumbs up. As far as my $3,000 gaming PC, I don't recommend just anybody buying a PC this expensive, because you don't have to go buy top of the line hardware to enjoy PC gaming. These types of PCs are for enthusiasts. Now I understand my gaming PC has an older CPU in it, but in 2020 it was one of the fastest CPUs, and it took me some time, but I managed to get the money to buy it. But no matter how fast your computer is, it will age, and all that money you spend will not mean as much when your PC starts to lose value in just 2 years. Because there's always the faster component out there, or a CPU or GPU waiting to take the place of your flagship components. So buying a high-end gaming PC is one thing, but keeping it at the top of the line is another thing. So just remember that before you go out there and you buy you a high-end gaming PC. But anyway, if you made this far in the video, I really do appreciate it. Like, comment, subscribe.
Cosa? Fammi vedere!
Hang like a leaf.